Another nice piece of work by the Royal Navy, a dashing exploit by the destroyer people that has proved a real tonic in Britain. The flotilla, under the orders of Captain Vian, had been keeping a keen lookout for the German prison ship Altmark, for the Navy had sworn to rescue those British seamen who were unfortunate enough to be locked up in the Nazi Fleet Auxiliary. British destroyers located the vessel and chased her. She fled into a Norwegian fjord, where, strangely enough, Norwegian gunboats were already standing by. Then, after dark, the Cossack was detached and ordered into the fjord to rescue the Britons. You know the inspiring story, how the destroyer grappled herself to the Altmark and boarded her. The hand-to-hand struggle developed into a sort of rat hunt, with the Germans deserting the ship. All our men were rescued and brought home to a northern port aboard the Cossack. On her decks you can see the British merchant seamen. You can perhaps imagine their feelings at this joyful moment. Safe home after weeks of bad treatment in the Nazi floating concentration camp, and relieved of the grim prospect of being imprisoned in Germany for the duration. But there's one thing that nobody can imagine, and that is how this number of men could have been overlooked when the ship was searched at Bergen. No need to go into the political side of the story, enough that the men were all saved and given a great welcome home, as they deserved. The Secretary of State for Scotland, Mr. John Colville, was himself there to meet them, and what they want now is a good rest at home with their families after their great ordeal. Anyway, you can bet they're pretty grateful to the Royal Navy for the job done by the Cossack that night on the Norwegian coast.
Well, the first intimation we had of the Navy approaching us, a sudden shiver through the whole of the ship, and then voices on top of the iron hatch, and the cleats being thrown off. And as it slid away, one of us shouted up, "Who's there?" And they said, "The Navy," and we replied, "What Navy?" And they said, "The British Navy," and we gave 3 cheers and boiled out over the top, just like a volcano erupting almost.
And now enjoy a trip to sea with French patrols who are sharing with the Royal